Hello and welcome to the SPSS Modelers. So what will we be doing today? And today we'll be working with the data. Typically, we'll be building charts, working with charts, creating dashboards, setting and understanding global visualization preferences. Typically, it has more to do with a data visualization, as we call it, and not just data visualization. It will also include the graphical aspects. How do you build graphs, and how will the data be worked upon so that you can make it more presentable and more friendly from the business analysis and business interpretation perspective. So let's quickly launch the software then. Out here, yes, you already have the software. Yes, we have it. So we'll enter the login ID and the password details, and it should launch the software thereafter. So once we have signed in, then the software is launched. And yes, so that is what we have here. It opens its model subscription window, but we'll close this, cancel it. Let's maximize the window. And, right, so let's open the file that we intend to work upon for the data today. So I click on this button here, open an existing stream. We can open an existing stream, or we can also import a new stream. So what should we do? Okay, fine. Let us do one thing. Let us open an existing stream. So I'm clicking on this button here, and then I go on to the desired location. Now, yes, now that is iris analysis. That is something that we worked upon last session. Do we have? Okay, let's open housing index prices. Okay, so I click insert. Okay, when I click insert, yes, now that is what we have. In this particular stream that we have a lot of outputs over here. We have 3 nuggets, and but analysis is also available, and then we have a map, and then there's a graph and all. So let us do one thing. Instead of working on this stream, we'll work on a fresh stream. Okay, so I'm coming here, right click, and we'll close the stream. Do you want to save changes? No, I don't want to save any changes. Fine. So you're closing that stream, and we'll import the same data set, and that is of the housing index prices, and then we'll implement the remaining concepts of data and graphs on that. So fine, let us go to the data set then. Let's click on all files. When you click on all files, it will give you a wide variety of data set. So fine, let us take this XLSX format, insert. Oops, no, there is a small problem here. It is disallowing. Fine, so let us click on source. Let us go on Excel file, or we'll take a fixed file. Let us see if we can take a fixed file. I clicked on fixed file. So typically I'm dragging and dropping source node on the canvas. So that is how we intend to approach it. Click on edit. Right, where's your data filter? Annotations. Okay, fine. So let's click on file and see, because our file is in the Excel format, and we are trying to import it as a CSV format. Open. I click apply. Let's preview it. Yes, no records received. Okay, let's click apply, and let's click OK. So we have this here. Okay, and let's view data. No fields are defined. Is it? Fine. Let's right click and edit and check it. What's going wrong here? Types, read values. Okay, no read values to be readed, to be read. Type. There is nothing to read on the type. No records received, is it? Okay, fine. Let us do one thing. We'll try and import another file. So let's come here and let's delete this. I'm dragging another standard MS Excel file. I'll right click on that. I'll click edit. I do not know which format it is, but let us assume 9003 2000. All files, and then we select XLSX, open, click apply, then click OK. Right click, let's edit and see. Cannot read file column names. Let's preview it. Okay, that's not a recognizable format. So we'll change this format and then we'll apply and we'll click OK. Now let us see what happens here. Can you view the data? Yes, it is. I think we are going to be able to view the data out here. Simply because we changed the file format. Earlier it was 97 2003 Excel, and then we changed it to 2007 2, and then thereafter. So fine. So that is the spreadsheet that we have here, that we are seeing here. These are the quarterly values that are quarter columns. It's available for how many until 2021, 2022. That's the quarterly numbers. And then these are the different cities for which we have this data set. Fine. So let's close this window for now. And we are here. So fine, we have imported the data set. That is what we wanted to do. And then thereafter, let us work towards building the chart and working with charts. Okay, so I'll minimize this again here. And we want to work on charts. So as you want to work on charts, we'll need to go for which node? We'll click on the graphs node over here that you can see. And then we have the different entire account of charts that are available over here. So let's click on graph mode. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I have selected the graph board here. I'm dragging Excel over here in the center, just so that if you want to add some other kind of plot or graph also. I'm right clicking on the graph board. I click edit. And what am I doing here? Basically, I'm identifying the different values that we have. Visualization of what are we looking at? We're looking for daily. So whichever variable or field you select here, that will appear here. And on this side of the canvas, you can see that it is giving us some tentative plots that it is prepared to generate. Okay, if I click on summary here, no, it's not possible. I click on manage. Do you want to manage any of this? No, nothing. I leave everything at that. And let's go on the detail list. So which kind of plot do you want to have it? The dot plot? Well, yeah, we can have the dot plot. And then you click on the aesthetics. So do you want to have any specific colors? No, that's fine. The shape, we are leaving it at that. So different variables that we want to have, or different fields that we want to have for optional aesthetics, they are available over here. And then you also have the panel across and the animation that you want to have. You can select panel down. But out here for now, it's just a dot plot. So, and when you click on appearance, you can add the title, the subtitle, and the caption also. For all the non-aggregated plots where the number of records is greater than 2000, sample it. And the output, we want the output how? We want it output on the screen or onto a file. And so we have selected a screen, and the file type is JPEG, JPG. So that's a standard output that it will provide us with. And then you have the annotations. It's fine. So let's click apply, and I'll click OK. So we are working on what? We are working on Bangalore. I'm right clicking on this and see what happens next. Right click, and let's scroll down over here and click on run from here. Yes, so there is some green. Yes, now that's the output that we have generated. Now, which kind of output is this? This is the dot output that we had seen there. So again, let's go back here on Bangalore. That is the graph node, or that the graph board node. I click on edit. And if I come back here on basic, see I selected Bangalore over here. Then this was a basic what will show up. Okay, if you go click on detailed, it tells you which kind of visualization you want. You want a dot plot type, it is showing you a dot plot type. If you select on coordinates of choropath or histogram type, then it will show you the histogram type. So as you change the visualization types over here on the left side, the optional aesthetics and the map files will change in accordance. So out here, if you change it to histogram, that will show us what histograms. So count, what is the count? Summary, it will show us the count. And the panel across, we can have a quarter also. And for animation, nothing. So let's click apply. I click OK. Now I right click on this and right click on the source node and scroll down towards run from here and then click on it. So then it's running the green line. And yes, now that is how your histogram will look like for water leaves. Of course, this looks a bit more congested, and that's not what we really wanted to work on. So, but never mind. Now let's come back here again. I go back to Bangalore quarter. Here is the graph board again. Right click, click on edit. Then you can decide which other type of visualization do you want. Do you want a heat map? Do you want a polygon? Do you want a scatter plot? Do you want a ribbon? You want a pie of count? So you want a pie. Then you also have the line overlay chart on the map, or you want simply a line chart. So if you want a line chart, then also need what? The y-axis. So I'll select water. Summary is what? Mode. The optional aesthetics, I'm leaving it as is. What is the name of the title? Housing price index. Do you want a subtitle or a caption? No, I don't want it. And what do you want an output? What is the type of output? If you click on output to a file, then this file will be activated. The file type will be activated, and the file name will also be activated. Now we have not quite essentially created a file name, so we can save the file name later also. It's not a problem. So what I'll do here is I'm leaving it at that. I'm canceling this, closing this window. I'm leaving the output to screen. And for annotations, no, I'm not selecting any annotations here. So I'll click apply and I click OK. Now, once I've selected OK, I select the go for the entire. You can select the entire stream. It's a very small stream, as you can see, so that is not much of an issue. Right click and then select on run selection. There, excellent. So now this is how your index price movement appears. It's like it is of sawtooth type look. Sometimes it's triangulated and sometimes it's different. But again, as you can see here, it started at 2010, 2011. No, again, there is a small problem here. See, 2010, 2011 is here and then it goes here. So it has arranged as the different quarters. Okay, right click on this. Right, so now you can see here, these are the different graph types that are provided here, and out here also. Once you open the graph or once you open the menu, once you start working with the data and the different types of charts, it will just open a separate window in which you will have additional set of features. So let's click on file. You can save this graph. You can store it also. You can print it. You can export the graph as what is a JPEG file, PNG, BMP, BISML, and also as an HTML file. Okay, and then when you click on edit, you can copy the graph. You can copy the graph data. You can select click on graph bands. You can add graph footnote also. Then you can generate what we can derive nodes for bands, for regions. And of course, that is not what we are seeing here right now. You click on view. You can edit the mode. You can explore the mode. Let's click on edit the mode and see what comes out. See, out here they have provided us with the different tools that are available over here for us to make any changes to the given graph. And then what is this? Yeah, that's the edit mode. If you want to click on explore mode, you can click on this. And then you have copy visualization. You can also copy visualization data. You can print it. So this is how your entire data that we are seeing here is spread. And that is how it is showing up. Now, the only thing here is it is showing the quarters, the first quarter of all the years and then second quarter of all the years. Ordinarily, we could have arranged it as the years also, but it all clearly depends on the data that your selection is, the kind of data selection you have. So yes, let's click OK. So that is one type of line chart that we had created. Again, I'll run this and we'll save that chart for your future reference. So fine, let us click on file and let us save this chart. We are saving it where? We are saving it on uh, live session, that is day 6. It's a graph board of water Bangalore. Mention here line graph. Okay. Of course, it is a graph board, but if you mention the line graph, it will be easier for you from the later reference and interpretation perspective. And it is saved as what as an output file.cou. Click save. Do you want to encrypt this file with a password? No, let's not do it. Let's not add any complication to that. So I click save. Fine. So this graph is now saved. Okay. I'll close this window. And again, we had used the graph board over here. If you wanted to have a plot, you can also display this as a plot. You can also draw a multi-plot or a time series, plot one or more series over time. You can also plot it as a distribution and as a histogram, collection, web evaluation, map visualization, e-plot. That's a beta, and there is also TSNE. That is stochastic neighbor embedding technique. That needs to be looked upon and reviewed. But so this is how you build the charts and work with the charts. Of course, this is not an end in itself. We'll be doing more on this. So let us also add another kind of chart over here. So let's select a time plot. Okay. I'm bringing time plot over here, right below the source. I'll right click and I'll connect it over here. And so fine. So what do we have in the time plot? Let's right click on this and go to edit. So which series do we want to have? Selected time series model, selected series. Let's click on that. These are the series that are available over here. Cancel it. Let's select a time series. Yeah, we don't have any time series really out here that we can show or plot. So we'll have to cancel it and we'll have to select only the series that are they have provided us with. And see out here it is asking yes whether you want to display it as a line, as a point, or as a smooth. Let's select it as a smoother. And what is the series that we are taking? All India series. And against that we are selecting Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore. Click apply, I click OK. And so on x-axis label, what do you want? Well, can we have an x-axis label? We can have a quarter. Let's see how these people will perform on the x-axis quarter. On quarterly basis, how will it show up? Now this was all part of these features are and attributes were part of the plot. Now I'll select on appearance. So what is the title we want to have? Well, we'll keep the title as housing index price analysis. Okay. We are not seeking any subtitle or caption. The X and the Y level, we are retaining it as auto. Display the grid line. When you display the grid line, it will show you in proper grid. Square boxes, small micros, square boxes, the output. Now again, as we've seen in case of the previous graph also, the output that we are having here, it is asking us as to do you want to be exported as an output to the file, or you want the output on the screen. We are retaining it with the output on the screen, and the file type is also reasonably set and stable as JPEG. So I'm going to retain it that way, and no annotations. So let us click apply, and I'll click OK. Right. Let us slightly move this, and I'm going to run this. So I'll right click on this and click run. Aha. Now, no graph element specified. Either line or point must be selected. So of course, we'll revisit this error out here. I'll right click on this and I'll edit. So it is asking me what do I want, line or a point. So I am selecting line, smoother. apply and I click OK. Let's right click on this and run it again. Yes, now you can see there was a green line. Yes, now that is how it shows up.